Good evening. Today is the 193rd birthday of the world's second oldest major continuing government. The birthdays lately have not been quite as ebullient as they used to be, but it is still a day when most of the news relates, one way or the other, to the occasion.
Mr. President, would you have any words for us on this 4th of July, Independence Day? Your thoughts?
Well, it's good to be reminded that the great majority of the American people have a real faith in this country and believe in it, and despite the fact that we sometimes read of those who oppose everything that the nation stands for, that the great majority of Americans haven't lost faith.
The 4th of July is a big racing day. Horses, cars, airplanes. One of the biggest is called the Firecracker 400. Hughes Rudd reports from Daytona Beach, Florida.
It was perhaps a peculiarly American way to celebrate this 4th of July. There was the noise, danger, and violence of a motor car race that speeds around 190 miles an hour, and the guests of honor were wounded veterans from Vietnam.
The people just love to get together with other people on the 4th of July, so right after the second annual Independence Day Parade, the folks in Jump River started planning the third annual Independence Day Parade.
Today, 106 new Americans were sworn in at Monticello in Virginia, the home of Thomas Jefferson.
Absolutely and entirely. All allegiance and fidelity.
You sometimes hear people lament the passing of the old July 4th celebrations, the patriotic fervor sparked by parades and music and fireworks. Well, a look around the country this 4th of July showed plenty of the old-time spirit with new variations. Just about the only thing that was missing was the traditional political speech, and no one complained about that.
At the Capitol, the Honor America celebration included speeches about our forefathers, the pledge to the flag, and stirring traditional music by the Army Band.
The USS Constitution, better known as Old Ironsides, was loaded up to fire a 21-gun salute in Boston Harbor today. And in Detroit, 1,000 people turned out to swear their allegiance and become U.S. citizens. In Atlanta, former President Carter and former hostage in Iran Charles Scott turned out for a Salute to America parade, Mr. Carter saying he was honored to be in Scott's company.
Finally tonight, John Adams, the second president, was right on the money when he predicted 205 years ago that America's birthday would be celebrated with, quote, pomp and parade with shows, games, sports, guns, bells, bonfires, and illuminations. But even Adams could not have foreseen just how special Independence Day has become here and in many nations around the world.
The nation's biggest birthday bash for its greatest monument in its largest city, a party that'll spread across much of Manhattan and all of New York Harbor. It's a patriot's dream and a security man's nightmare.
Each celebration may vary in size and sound, but they all reflect the same national pride, something visitors are quick to notice.
I've been to America before, but this takes the biscuit.
Fireworks, over 115 million pounds of fireworks will be set off, worth over $300 million, and injuring over 9,000 people. Almost three-quarters of them male. No comment. Only 10 states ban all forms of fireworks.
NBC News has learned that in the next few days, the U.S. government will issue a worldwide terror alert for the July 4th holiday, warning all Americans to be especially careful and alert.
One target of opportunity, July 4th celebrations in Washington and around the country.
Unfortunately, I think until those are over, we're all going to be really sitting on the edge of our chairs.
There is no specific July 4th threat, but officials say they are picking up more signals of a possible event than during any time since just before September 11th.
In Washington tonight, we definitely saw the rockets' red glare and the bombs bursting in air. There were celebrations across the country as the United States commemorated its 228th anniversary.
The crowd knew the stage was set for a patriotic night.
We've been seeing people from all races, all walks of life come together in friendship and fellowship, and it's just been a wonderful thing to see this is America. You know?
Since it was dedicated 127 years ago by President Grover Cleveland, the Statue of Liberty hasn't seen many days more significant than this. Liberty Island, closed ever since Sandy swept in last October, welcomed its first tourist boats back today.
Turning now on this 4th of July to the newest citizens among us. The emotional swearing in at ceremonies in Virginia. This 26-year-old Moroccan woman wiping away a tear. And this 18-year-old man from India among some 14,000 new citizens celebrating in 175 naturalization events at historic locations all around the country. And there's still much